Hey guys, it's Steve from Life in 207, and it's Thursday, November 21st. It's about 4-ish in the morning, 4-ish, 5-ish in the morning. It's been a long week, long and exciting week for the family. We have a new child. Her name is Winnie, my little baby girl, my second child. She was born on November 13th, and so it's very, very exciting. But that also comes with being a lot more busy. So I haven't uploaded a video in a while, and just wanted to get one out while I had some free time in the morning. It's kind of a random video, some new tools, some shop updates, some rants, some all kinds of things. So hopefully you enjoy the video and bear with me. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's get right into it. Even though I've been very busy the last week, I did manage to get some new tools. Taking advantage of the Black Friday sales at Home Depot and Lowe's. I picked up this Craftsman vacuum. I am heavily in the Craftsman line of batteries, the V20. It's too late. I can't switch for home tools. I'm not repurchasing all these tools, so I would say I'm mildly satisfied with Craftsman power tools. I've had one fail on me so far, and it was a reciprocating saw that I just burnt to hell, and I was running that thing hard. It wasn't brushless, so I am currently trying to find a motor for it. But that being said, I'm not super thrilled with Craftsman tools, but I'm also already heavily involved with the V20 line, so I'm not starting over. I have Hercules at work, and so yeah, I'm not restarting with that. I will use these Craftsman tools until they die, and I will enjoy some of the tools they have and some of the new ones. So I picked up this Craftsman vacuum here. It's upstairs already. I'll show a little clip of it hung on the Versatrack system that I also put upstairs for the wife. And yeah, so far this vacuum has been awesome. Has a lot of power. It came with a battery, a 2 amp hour battery. I just threw a 4 amp hour battery that I already have on it. And so far it works great. The canister is a little bit smaller than the Shark that we currently have. But it's not a huge deal because we don't have pets anymore. So it's mostly just crumbs and stuff like that. So very powerful, very happy with it so far. I may do a review of it because I actually really enjoy it. And I like that it has the Versatrack compatibility to keep it up off the floor and out of the way. When I was in Lowe's, I saw these set of pliers here, these mini pliers. And they have that locking mechanism there. And I picked up a small pair, which is actually in my pocket, of these locking pliers here from Cornwell, and these were 20 bucks. And these are great. These are in my pocket all the time. They don't leave unless it's the end of the night. But I paid 20 bucks, 25 bucks just for those. And these were, I believe, $19.99. So excited to have two different sizes. This one's pretty close to that size that I just showed you, and this one's a little bit larger. So I think these are going to go to work, and we're going to try them out and see how they hold up. Of course, they're lifetime warranty through Kobalt and Lowe's, so pretty sweet. Next thing up is this actually came with the vacuum. This is a Craftsman charger. I won't be using this charger for the vacuum. I'll be wall mounting one of these chargers here. I have 2 more of them that are doing nothing, so one of those will go upstairs. Next, I've been wanting to try out these nut driver sets from Husky, the Husky bite line. I do have their Allen key bite system, or bite set, and I've enjoyed it so far. So I wanted to give this a try. I use metric more than anything. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this here or if it's going to go to work. Still deciding if I want to keep this at home or not. But yeah, I'm excited to try this out, see how it works. It is impact rated, all these bits here, so that's pretty sweet. This was I may be wrong. I think this was $19, but I'll correct the price if not. Also, while I was at Lowe's, I actually picked up 2 of these, one for myself and one for my father-in-law, who really enjoys using mine. The reason why I picked this up is I actually have a Braun one from Harbor Freight, which I really like, but this one is USB-C, and I needed a new one as the one I have from Braun is a little bit old, and I don't know how long the battery is going to last on that. But yeah, I thought this was cool that this is USB-C. I'm trying to convert all of my tools that are chargeable to USB-C because I'm sick and tired of having different charging cords. And in fact, this is the Braun line I have from Harbor Freight. I believe it was 20 bucks, 22 bucks when I purchased it new last year or the year before. I can't remember. I use the heck out of this thing, especially anyone who lives on the East Coast in the winter knows once 3 o'clock hits, 3 p.m., you can't do anything outside without a headlamp or a flashlight, so those are great to have. I'm excited to try this one out. I got to get it out and charged. I actually want to see how long this lasts. They claim, what did they say here? They claim that the longest one, Eco, is 36 hours. I probably would never use Eco. I'd probably use the Flood. Yeah, so we'll do a test on that at some point, maybe even in this video, to see how long that runs in Flood mode. And maybe we'll compare it to the Braun that I have. Now, I was just talking about how I'm in the Craftsman line of batteries. Well, recently at an estate sale, I picked up this battery here and charger. This is the Ryobi battery system. This is 18 volts, 1.5 amp hour. I got it in a lot of tools, so I probably didn't pay very much, maybe a couple bucks at the most. And I hadn't had a tool yet for it, but I saw this, and I believe this was $29 at the old Home Depot. And I've already tried it. I like it. It's a great little portable compressor for tires and such. And just happened the day I bought this, the cold air kind of let some of the air out of my tires, the changing of the temperatures, and my tire sensor light came on, so I pumped up my tires with this. It worked great. You can has a digital screen where you can set the pressure, and you don't have to sit there and check it. It just pumps up to your desired pressure and it stops. So my first Ryobi tool that I purchased brand new, and so far it's been great. And I like the Ryobi line as far as the random tools that they have that others don't. So I'm gonna stick to picking up those tools that are kind of random or that nobody else makes, and we'll give them a try. I mean, I already have a battery, and maybe someday I'll pick up another battery, but for right now, I think that's pretty cool to have. So I'll show a short clip of it working and how loud it is. Well, besides those tools there's 2 other things I wanted to show. This is probably the biggest, well, second biggest tool I've picked up in the last week. This is a Kobalt 10-inch portable table saw. I actually have a table saw. It's a Craftsman that was given to me for free, and there's nothing wrong with it except it's missing the fence, and I cannot find the fence for it for the life of me on eBay without spending quite a bit of money. So I just decided to get a decent saw for myself, and so this is kind of like a Christmas present to myself. This was $2.99, I believe, and I'll adjust the price if I'm wrong. But yeah, this has got the rack and pinion fence system, and it comes with the stand. So it's very portable, and I'm excited to get this out and try it out. The reviews for it look pretty decent. I was thinking of going with the Skill 10-inch portable table saw that Lowe's sells, but I saw this and I was like, oh, I kind of like this one a little bit better. So hopefully it's just as good. So I will definitely get that set up, and I'm pretty excited about that. Have a nice, it's gonna sit here in the middle once I get it all, the shop all cleaned up. So I'm very excited to have a table saw to the arsenal of tools.
Anyways, up.
Well, here is the, I'd say, as far as size, the largest purchase of this past week. And I didn't pay a whole lot for it, which is really cool. I would just happen to be going to Harbor Freight. Me and my son were out running some errands, kind of getting out of the house this week. And yeah, I didn't even pay that for it. It says $163.98. It was the floor model. And I saw it and I said, oh man, I just mounted my really small bench drill press. I just mounted it, and I was thinking, I wish I had something bigger, a little bit more robust, and ask and you shall receive. So sticker, $163.98. I spoke with the manager. I got this for $100. This thing is awesome. It's heavy. It's, you know, central machinery, so it's not the best. Not the best quality, but it works. And it's going to do wonders for me. Definitely a huge upgrade for the shop here to do some more work, different types of work. I need to peel this off here. And for being the floor unit, surprisingly, nothing was missing. Actually, I take that back. There was one thing missing, the flex light that goes right here. But I don't care about that. It does have a regular, somewhere up in here. Stick my fingers up in random holes here. Yeah, there it is. It has the a light bulb socket right here. So I threw an LED light bulb in there and worked just fine. And this thing is awesome. You got your depth gauge right here you can set. And yeah, no, I'm super stoked. I am super stoked. It's not as portable as I want it to be because it's so heavy. I had to use a dolly to get it into the basement. But I think it's gonna live right here. And unless I find another space for it, I think this might be the most appropriate space right now. I do have, like I said, I just mounted this little Sears Craftsman 8-inch drill press to this little cabinet on wheels. And I was like, all right, this will make a great portable solution that I can move around the shop. And I might still keep it on there, I'm not sure. But that's going to be a much better solution as far as what I can get done in the shop. All right, guys, I wanted to show one last thing here. This is something you ever be cleaning some of your stuff, organizing, and then you find something you didn't know you had. This must have come in one of the random tool lots I picked up, but it's just a 1/4-inch finger ratchet. And yeah, I have a 3/8 one at work, and I've used it a couple times. And Now I have the 1/4 inch. So that's definitely going to work. It's going to get a cleanup, that's for sure. But I thought that was neat. I didn't even know I had one of these. So it's always nice when you're cleaning and you find something you didn't know you had. All right, guys, we're going to try to give this little fingertip ratchet a cleaning and possibly a service before it goes to work. This tool is going pretty much right to work, so we're not going to polish it. We're not going to do anything crazy. It's going to be a used tool, and it's probably going to get beat on. So I want it to be clean and ready to go. So let's keep that in mind. Let's start off with a little simple green here to degrease it. And a toothbrush, which I gotta find. Okay, well, we let that sit for a bit while I went and found my brush. I had one, a toothbrush, a used toothbrush, and I don't know where it went. So it was about time for me to exchange my current toothbrush. So that being said, we'll give this a nice little cleaning. We're gonna open this up, I believe, so I'm not too worried about spraying this too much. All right, there's the initial cleaning and wipe down. That looks a little better. I'm not too thrilled about the outside here. Hold on. We'll probably put it on the wire wheel anyway. But while we're right here, Try not to lose pieces here. Okay. We got the little spring and ball down there below the pawls. I'm a little nervous to try to pull that out. I don't want to lose anything, so bear with me. There's a little pin in here that holds the pawls in. I'm not quite sure how to remove it. Without damaging it. All right, well, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how they got these pawls in here during manufacturing. Maybe this comes out. But if you look down in there, it's pretty clean. I'm gonna hit it with some brake cleaner and we'll put some grease in there as well, just a little bit. I'm gonna take a closer look at the teeth here real quick with my magnifying glass. All right, teeth don't look too bad. It's not gonna get a whole lot of torque. At least I'd hope not. So I think right now we'll get maybe a little cup wire wheel in there and clean that area up. All right, well, I thought I had a little cup wire wheel for my Dremel tool, but I don't. I just have this wire wheel, so we'll see if we can't get in the grooves here. Just go really low speed. Well, those teeth are a lot cleaner now. I'm not going to be able to get in there with this, so I think I'm going to take it to the large wire wheel in the bench grinder and just kind of see if I can't force some of that like brass wire in there, and we'll see what we can do. All right, it turns out I did have some cup wheels here, so we'll see how those hold up. I'm kind of hoping I can get that in there. Might not be able to, we'll see. The lowest setting on this, excuse me, the lowest setting on this tool here is not all that low, so I'm gonna need to clamp this down. That's much cleaner in there. I'm going to quickly take it to the bench grinder and we'll see. All right, took it to the bench grinder. A little bit better, a little bit cleaner. So we'll brake clean it, and we will then put some grease and put it back together. It's a little early to be getting high on brake cleaner, but man, that brake cleaner is cold. Let's make sure we get inside those holes. All right, we're gonna put a little dab of grease on the teeth and inside here and put it back together. I don't have any super lube or anything right now, so this blue grease, mobile grease that we use at work, I brought some home. We're gonna have to use that for now, so. Don't need a whole lot in this. That was probably too much. Like I said, this isn't gonna be a high torque tool. It's just a finger ratchet. But we're already in here, so we might as well grease it up. All right, try to get this centered. Now we can push it in. Like so. And we'll clean that grease up once we get this ring back on. All right, got that little snap ring back on there. Wipe off some of this excess grease. Cleaned, greased, ready to get to work. Not polished or anything, but definitely ready to go into the toolbox. I've got somebody from Facebook Marketplace coming to pick this up, this generator wire cord. I was going to use it for my generator, but the gauge is 12 gauge and I need 10, so I'm selling this for $40, which to me is a steal. I think somebody's getting a steal for this. And hopefully soon someone's coming to pick this table saw up that I got for free for $20. Doesn't have a fence, but still I think that's a steal. All right, guys, one of the many projects I've been working on while I've been at home is this bottom half pallet wall and this top Versatrack, Craftsman Versatrack here. These are about $11 a piece for each segment, and the goal is to have my Craftsman tools kind of out and easy to get to. So they'll kind of hang like that once I get the clips. When I purchased my Craftsman tools, you see that hole right there? That is where the belt clip goes. Well, I didn't know when I bought all of my tools back in the day, in my V20 line, you should keep those clips, even if you don't intend on using them for your belt, because they work with the Versatrack system. It's really hard to find those clips if you have to rebuy them. So yeah, they're expensive on eBay. You can sometimes find them at Lowe's, but not around my area. So very disappointing. I kind of invested in this line, this wall track system, and you can't find the clips. I'll show a picture of what the clips look like. You can buy them on eBay, but they're a lot more expensive. Shout out to Craftsman customer service though. I'm gonna do a video on Craftsman's customer service because for warranties and just asking questions, I just use their Facebook page, their messenger, and they're so quick and they're responsive and they're nice and polite, and they usually, with warranties, I never have an issue. And they actually showed me where I could find like aftermarket the belts, belt clips, and the actual screw. They're a little bit they're not expensive, but they're not what I want to pay for 20 of them. So I'm trying my luck with some Amazon aftermarket ones. They're actually made for DeWalt, but I'm hoping they're gonna work out. So we'll see if the screw fits in that little hole there. It's a pretty small screw. It's a machine screw. If I could find one of them, I'd put it in my little homemade thread checker and figure out what it was and just go buy them at the hardware store, which I may have to do anyway, but yeah, I'm kind of going on a rant. So they're kind of a pain in the ass to find those clips, but I have some from Amazon, and I'll show a picture of those, what I ordered, and hopefully those work. I know the clips should work, but I may have to go get screws. But yeah, again, shout out to Craftsman customer service. I know a lot of people complain about their warranty. I've never had a problem, even though all their stuff's made in China now. I never have trouble with their warranty, like people say. For when I'm exchanging something at Lowe's, I walk in, I hand them the tool, and I find the closest replacement, and that's it. They hand me over the new one, they take the old one, and then when I've messaged them on their Facebook and had an issue for a warranty, again, you just tell them the problem, and they sent me a new item. So I don't know what you guys are dealing with, but yeah, a little bit of a rant there. Sorry, but yeah, that's one of the projects I've been working on. So. Alright guys, I just got the Kobalt saw here, table saw, all put together and assembled. Tried it out, sounds great. Was messing with the rack and pinion. Also seems awesome. This is my first table saw, which is crazy. I feel like I should have owned one way sooner. I'm in my mid-30s and I've never owned a table saw. I have used one, limited amount of times, but it's about time I got one for the house. So I'm excited to have this, and it definitely can open up my projects a little bit more, what I can do at the house. While I was finishing up, got an Amazon package, and it's for my Craftsman power tools. When I got all my power tools, I threw away the clips because I thought I'd never use them. So I had to order some clips. Originally I was going to order them through Craftsman DeWalt's replacement parts service. When I talked to Craftsman customer service, they showed me where to get them, which was really awesome of them. And I'm going to be using that site for other parts that I need. However, I found these on Amazon. They claim to fit DeWalt, and since they're the same manufacturer, I'm hoping they'll be pretty much exactly the same. So we're going to find out here. I'm going to see if these fit on there and then start hanging my power tools, which will look really nice. I just put a light up there. Okay, so I can confirm that those do fit. The screw size there, the machine screw size was perfect, and the clips fit on very well. And I think they look great up there. I'm a little bit disappointed in my saw, my Craftsman saw down here. It does have the mounting hole, and you can put one of the clips on, but you just can't get it up against the wall. I'm thinking maybe if you had like a single strip of this Versatrack and had nothing below it, it might hang just low enough to sit on there. So I may have to try that because I would like to have all my Craftsman tools in one spot, but I'm definitely not disappointed. And here's what the clips look like close up. These are just some cheap Amazon clones for the DeWalt, and I was pleasantly surprised that they fit. Here's what they look like on one of the tools. You can see they don't push all the way in the notch. The Craftsman notch is a little bit thicker, or the stud that's in there, the little plastic stud, is a little bit thicker, but I don't think it's gonna matter. It is pushing on the bracket, so it's giving it support. So I'm not too worried about that. So those definitely are a viable option if you are looking for the clips. And I will put the link in the description if any of you are looking for these same clips. Okay, I did use one of those clips to secure the charger for my wife's vacuum here. And we have used this Craftsman vacuum a few times, and the wife loves it, I love it. I think it's a great vacuum so far. Obviously, we've only used it for a couple days, but we do vacuum usually every night, and so far it's been great. We're definitely not returning it, and I'm definitely registering it because it does have a 2-year warranty. So I'm pretty excited about it so far. And I think this Versatrack stuff is working out really well. I'm gonna put some out in the shed for my lawn and garden tools and such. All right, guys, this is a little bit of a rant. Facebook Marketplace is just ridiculous. It's its own world. It makes no sense to me. The past week and a half, having paternity leave and cleaning out stuff in the shed and the basement and stuff like that, I've been posting stuff for sale. Now, I don't just, when I put stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I don't post it top dollar. I'm not trying to make a huge amount of money. It's mostly just, I gotta get rid of this, and it's taking up space, but I don't want to throw it away, and I don't want to lose potential money. So if something is, say, technically in a used price range of $100, so it would go for $100 and people would buy it, I'll put it for $75, I'll put it for $50. I just want it to move. There's no point in sitting on things. And I find that every time I put something on that higher range of what I think it should be, say if it's supposed to be 100, I'll put it for 90. Nobody messages me, nobody at all. And it sits there and they'll say, do you want to renew this listing? Do you want to renew this listing? And so I wasted that time putting that listing up, and it's annoying. So for me, let's just get it out of here. Let's make a little bit of money. Somebody will get a great deal. Let's be done with it. So I did that this week. Any of the items that I was trying to sell, I put some thought into it. Well, how much is this worth? What's it going? Let me see how much is this going for. And then I would just basically cut it in half and just try to get rid of it. So you get flooded with messages when you do that. But every single person, or at least 80%, is this available? No response after. You'll say, yes, it's available, no response. Or you'll say, yes, it's available, they'll make times, they'll ask for your address. I hate giving out my address if they're not gonna come and actually come and pick it up. I hate just giving random people my address. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But, so I'll give them my address, we set up a time, no show. I even had a guy yesterday who was supposed to pick up a table saw tell me that he was at my house and waiting for me, and I was sitting outside with the table saw, so I moved it from the back to the front, and the guy messaged me saying, hey, I'm here, is this your house? I said, I'm this house with the Christmas lights, blah, 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 you can't miss it. It's really the only house on the street that has Christmas lights. This is the color of the house. And he's like, oh, I'm here, I'm waiting for you. There wasn't anybody. There was nobody around. So I don't know if he got the wrong address or what. But then I got no response from him. And, or it's always people saying, can you hold this till next week? Well, anytime I've done that, say, sure, I guess I could hold it till next week. One of two things happens. I get flooded with messages from people who want to buy it right now, or when that time comes, they're nowhere to be found. Can't find them on Facebook. They won't message you back. They completely just blow you off, waste your time. It's free, so I'm trying not to complain too much, but I'm really curious, what do you guys do to deal with that? Do you just not sell on Facebook Marketplace? Do you have some sort of, I don't know, like way of doing it that's different to make sure you get those people to come or to not blow you off? I'm very interested in why people do this. It's so silly. When I'm going to purchase something on Facebook Marketplace, I do everything I can to make sure that I'm actually going to buy it. I ask a lot of questions to make sure it's the right item, it's for me. And then I always make sure it's within travel distance, that I'm not going to just blow somebody off. Maybe that's just me. There have been a couple of times where I just couldn't make it, but I was very, I communicated very well, saying, hey, I know it's short notice, like the next day, but something came up and I can't do it. Very sorry for wasting your time. Instead of just blowing people off and never talking to them again. So yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated with that. And do you guys deal with that? Do you have that same experience? I'd love to know what you guys deal with on Facebook Marketplace. Is it easy for you? Do you have no trouble, or is it like what I'm dealing with? Well, guys, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you tuning in. It's been a really fun, long, exciting week with the newborn. Lots of family over, lots of extra help. And since I was off from work for about a week and a couple days, I got to get some stuff down here in the basement done. And I'm getting pretty close to being, I'd say, having a completely set up shop. So yeah, we got some cool things, some really cool new tools, some really cool finds at Harbor Freight, like that drill press. I got this table saw set up, and very excited about that to open up some projects. Got some more pallet wall and this Versatrack stuff, and just some general organization. So thank you so much for checking us out, checking out the video, and thanks again.